Well, hello and welcome back to the old Patterson farm. I'm sorry that I haven't posted a video lately, but I've been busy hunting mushrooms with family, and in fact over the weekend had family and friends up and kind of scoured the whole farm, and they went home with over 300, between 300 and 400 mushrooms, so they did a pretty good job. So had a lot of fun, but put down the camera for a while and did some serious looking. This is the old lane that I've taken you down on several videos, but today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to look at some places that we picked some over the weekend, had some pretty decent patches, hoping that the ones we missed have gotten big enough that I'll actually be able to see them this time, because as you can see, the foliage is really starting to grow as I cross the creek here. I don't want to drop my phone in the creek, but I wish I could walk right down this creek and look for them with the phone, but I'm scared to death I'm going to stumble and the phone will go in the water, and that would be a bad thing. So anyway, I'm going to go over into here, up this bank, and probably can't see it, but way in the background there's a ridge that I'm going to walk down where we found a few in the past, and I'm going to go over into this area where we picked some over the weekend and see what we missed. So I'll get back to you. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm in this little grove of really old sycamores, and over the weekend kids, grandkids, friends came through here and we picked several of them, and I found a stem that probably the grandchild had picked, because we try to pick them a little closer to the ground than that. But as I'm looking here, I'm seeing this guy over here. Now this is at least, tell me how 11 people missed that, sticking up about 7 inches. And as I look deeper into here, we got another one, another good size one. So I'm hoping those were real tiny under these sycamore leaves when we were through here a couple days ago, because if we missed that, that's the magic of mushrooming, I guess. You just don't get them all. I'm going to look around and I'll get back with you. I'm not sure how well you can see this on the video, but this is a ridge that in the past I found late ones on, and it extends pretty far down into the wooded area down there. You can see there's a low spot here. When it rains, it collects water. But anyway, I'm going to take a look down this ridge and I'll let you know if I see anything. Well, I took about 5 steps, well, I'd say maybe more like 5 yards down the ridge, and I look up under this sycamore, and I don't know if you can see from here, but there's a nice big chunking head coming out of there. And I'm looking around. Oh, I see another one up here. I don't know if you can see that one or not. Now, it's been there for a while. The head's kind of dark on that one. And as I look around, I'm gonna have to get serious, and I'll get back with you. Well, I've made my way down this ridge. I'm about halfway down it now, probably another 50 yards from where I was with you before. But as I see this little ravined area here, I notice as I look up here, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is probably 7 or 8 inches sticking out of the side of this hill. A nice big one there. And I just wonder how many of those I missed coming down this ridge. I mean, these sycamore leaves, look at this. I mean, how do you see them? You know, okay, without a rake anyway. So I'm trying to be careful I don't step on anything that's hiding under the. There's usually more than one, but I'm not seeing anything. Oops, yeah I do. Looky here. Oh, there you go, there's a couple guys there. And those are nice ones too, probably 5-6 inches. So I guess it's time to get serious. Well, with all my seriousness, along that ridge I only found 4 more, and they weren't huge, probably 3 or 4 inches, and looked like they were getting some age on them. Don't know if they're going to grow anymore. So I'm walking along this trail, and I come up here and I see this guy. I'm going to try to film these ones that I find. Now this is an old one too. We've been through here. I don't know how we missed it. I'm kind of looking around here, and I'm just not trusty old mushroom stick. About 30 years old, got that in Brown County. Oh, hey, and I wanted to give a shout out to that gal from Brown County. It left a nice comment too. That was nice. I'm looking around. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know if you can see it yet, but we'll move that way, and I'm gonna watch my feet. Try to keep this. Make sure I don't step on something, but I'm sure you can probably see that by now. That's a nice one. That's probably 6 inches anyway. It's old too, getting old anyway. So with Mother's Day weekend approaching, we're definitely near the end of the season. I'll bring you back in later. Well, I'm not sure how well you can see this deer path that I've been walking on the side of this hill. This is typically not a place that we really find them, but I'm wanting to get down over that hill where we picked some over the weekend to see if there's any we missed. And I'm walking along this trail, not looking real well because I really never found them up here much to speak of, when I run into this. And I don't know if you can see this yet. I'm gonna try to keep, again, trying not to step on them. That is a good size one, and that one has not been here for a long time. That's probably 6 inches here, so I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any more, and if I find anything, I'll bring you back in. Well, as I'm getting into the area that we really trampled down over the weekend, I come through here because we found quite a few, and I wanted to see what we had missed. And right over here, sticking right out at me, I don't know how we missed this with all the, it obviously was there. It's probably 4 inches. I think I better look around a little better. In the same area, another one we missed. That one's getting really old, falling apart. Too bad we didn't get that over the weekend. Well, we found quite a few this weekend around this old dead tree. I don't know, probably a dead elm or dead ash, I'm not sure which, but obviously we didn't find them all because I'm still in the same area, and there's this one, and there's that one. So I guess we missed a few over the weekend, and I'm gonna look around and I'll get back with you. Well, I've only wandered this far from that dead tree over there where I showed you the last two, and I come across this one. So it looks like these have all been here. I don't know how we missed them. Again, we got a lot of sycamore leaves in here, and they're hard to see, but I found a couple others, so I'm just gonna leave here, and we've got friends coming, and we'll check this place out for sure later on. Well, I've been moving along the creek now, and obviously I need to bring my wife over because I'm just finding what we call onesie-twosies. I've reached some mounds near Sycamore where we cross the creek a lot, and I see this. I'm trying to get it into view. Now that has been there a while, and I can't tell you how many times we've been up and down this trail right beside this sycamore, but yet there it is, and it's been there for a while. So maybe it had one of those big leaves that's over the top of it or something, but I'm gonna look around and I'll get back with you. Well, I wanted to give you another shot of the creek that runs the entire length of our property at the old Patterson farm. And it actually comes from that direction, and the source is a is a spring that, I don't know, less than a mile away, but there are some hills and some runoff, and eventually I'm gonna walk down this and see if the big yellow ones are on the banks. I'll probably keep looking till May 15th unless the weather gets really hot or something. It's been cold all spring. In fact, it's gonna be 30-some, I think 39 tonight, so hopefully the big yellow ones are still coming. I'll get back with you. Well, finally, I found one today that looks pretty new. Or it looks, and that's a good sign, because maybe that'll turn into one of those great big yellow ones in a week or so. I'll get back with you. Okay, well, I've been walking around for a little over an hour, and I'm confident that our friends from Indy that are coming up are going to find some mushrooms tomorrow. On the way out of the old Patterson farm, I'm looking at a sycamore here, and right up the top, I don't know if you can see that, the top got twisted off by, we think it was a little tornado a couple years ago. The crops out in the field, but you can't really see much either, were all twisted down in a circle, and it looked like literally the top of this tree, which is right there, was twisted off. But we always find them up there, so I'm going to wander up there and take a look on the way out. I'll get back with you. Well, that's the sycamore again. The top twisted, and there's the top. But looking around in here, I want you to see what I found. Really hard to see, but look there. That's a nice one underneath the leaves. And I'm going to look around and see if I can find any more. Boy, the weeds are starting to get really deep. So I'm looking all around here, decided to get up on this log and look in here, and I think you can see that all the way from here, but that is probably 10 yards from the one I just showed you, and it's a good size one there. That's a good one. Well, I had to run all the way up to the car to get my tape measure, because that's the biggest one so far this year. And as you can see, it's about 9 inches, so I'm hoping there's more around here like that. Well, I did look around a little and didn't see any, but felt a couple sprinkles of rain, and I'm going to have help tomorrow, so the weeds are pretty deep there. Hopefully we'll find more than just those two, but biggest one so far around 9 inches, so can't complain about that. So I'm going to head up out of here, and after the rain comes through, we'll come out tomorrow after the sun comes out and see what we can find. And thanks again for watching the old Patterson farm.